darlings. Hi, my beautiful babes. Okay, we back. We're back. We're back. Welcome back. No, welcome back to who, me or you? But anyways, hey, I don't like the way this thing is sitting. But anyway, hi guys. I'm so happy to be back. 5 days was a lot, hey. But thank you guys so much for all your heartfelt messages, for all your get well soon. I appreciate all of them. But we're back, baby. I'm not 100%, but you know, I had to wake up and be like, let me do something for my darlings, because I've been sleeping. Okay, I've been sleeping. I'm tired of sleeping. Okay, I'm over it. But today I'm going to show you guys how I got this look. You guys have been asking me for a makeup video or an updated foundation routine. I don't know what to call this, but it's something, okay? And I hope you guys do enjoy it. I mentioned all of the products that I use because listing them down would be another hectic thing. So I mentioned them every time that I was using them. And also I hope you guys do enjoy the look that I came up with. It's something subtle. Like, my makeup is subtle these days. I don't do anything over the top. But if you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, thank you so much for 91k, baby. Road to 100k, and I'm so excited. So thank you to all my darlings. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, please let me know what's Tuto saying again. One thing about Tuto, let me know if you guys would like to see more of these makeup videos, if you guys enjoy them. But also the numbers will tell me. Yeah, numbers don't lie. The numbers will tell me. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on my next video. My hair is a bit crazy, yeah, but that's because I was doing a hair review, so I want to take everything like at my face so that when I start, I don't want trouble, please. Like, I really don't want anything on my gezicht. Okay, so hey, let me just, what is happening? I'm not in the middle, man. You see what I'm saying? You see, this is what I don't want. Like, I don't want things distracting me. I've already moisturized my face, and I'm just gonna put additional things on top of me moisturizing my face. I think that's where people get it wrong when it comes to makeup. You just think you're gonna wake up, put one small layer of foundation, and you're done. No, that's not how it works. When I mean moisturize my face, is I put moisturizer. The preferred moisturizer that you want to use is the one that you want to use. You get it. So I use my moisturizer, 2 sunscreens. I use the orange one from Dermopal. Yeah, I use that one, and I use the one that I know, the spray one, the blue bottle one. I'm sure you guys know it by now. And then on top of that, I go in with my, but I don't think this step is not necessary. But if you use a specific finishing spray or fixed makeup spray, I think use that one. I use 2 because I definitely just want my makeup to be like super set. Because guys, honestly, if you're being honest, like, the foundation is literally, and by foundation I don't mean the actual foundation, I mean the foundation of your makeup should be moisturized, healthy looking skin. So the step is tedious because you have to just put a lot of things. But if you want your makeup to be sitting, because people are going to be like, EXO, I use the same products you use, I use literally the same concealer, everything, but my makeup comes out looking so mad. I'm like, because baby, the foundation, like, what did you do to literally, you know, start your makeup? So I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Lasting Fix makeup setting spray. You really don't have to, but this one is a entirely up to you if you want to do that, but you don't have to if you already moisturized. But because, like I said, I am hell-bent on a moisturized face, I also go in with my Clarins. I absolutely love this. It's a bit pricey, yeah, but oh babe, your makeup is going to be sitting because of this, babe. It's the Clarins Fix makeup. I think it was 600 if not 700 rands. I first used Clarins when I got the drop. I got Clarins drop, I think maybe like 2018, and when I used it, I was super obsessed from then. I also used one of their foundation, but I used it as a I used their foundation as a concealer for my under eyes because it was super light. They sent me a bright foundation. I was like, this is super light, so I used it as concealer. It was so creamy. I absolutely love it. I don't know if I'll ever find that concealer again, guys. I sprayed myself with ish. Now my skin is just, but anyway, that'll be fine. So yeah, that should be the #1 base. And also guys, my makeup is forever changing. One thing about my makeup is forever changing, and I mean by forever changing, I think the routine rather, instead of like the actual makeup, because I hardly ever change the products that I use because I'm a person of routine. I don't like going out of my comfort zone. Like, I know there's a lot of concealers or highlighters or whatever out there, but I like being comfortable, and if something works for me, I'm gonna run with it until the wheels fall off, okay? But recently I have started using foundation again, right? Crazy enough, I've started using foundation again. I used the let me just say, the first time I used this foundation was at Lesego's house in 2019. I was at Lesego's house. I remember I was doing a hair review. She was at work and I was just at home chilling, waiting for her to come back. I used her foundation. She's in the shade 5W 1.5 Cinnamon from Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup SPF 10. I used this makeup when I went to Lesego's house for the first time and I was obsessed. Why I didn't use it after, I don't know, because I think huge possibility my makeup was changing at that specific time. And I remember, you guys remember, I went into the whole Infallible thing because Maria introduced me to Infallible, so I started using it as my foundation. But what I realized is Infallible was a bit matte for me, so I'd have to alternate between Infallible and Maybelline Superstay 24 Hours, which is this one, right? But this one was a bit, when it oxidizes, it made me orange/red. I didn't like it, so I stopped using it. I just used this one, and I would put a lot of setting spray. So now I finally found this one, and this one work so well together. This gives me a little dewy thing going on, but this one gives me a matte thing going on. So if I mix them together, I don't know what I call that thing in between where they just mix and come together, but it is absolutely amazing. And then if you take these two and mix with a translucent powder, I use the Clarins translucent powder. Absolutely love this babe. I think she was like 500, 600, 700, I don't know, I don't remember. But the Clarins translucent powder is top 2 and not 2. It just gives you a seamless look. So what I do is I put this on my face. I put the foundations and the concealer on my face because also both of them almost have the same shade of color, but I think when I mix them, they give me my literal color. But when I dab my brush into this babe, you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about, yeah? So let me just not waste your time. This baby is almost finished, so I'm just gonna dip in. Oh, there's some here. I'm just gonna dip in and then just put a few strokes there. Oh, by the way, I'm in the shade 338 Honey, right? So I'm just gonna put some over there. Remember, this one mattifies your face if you use it alone. By the way, don't put foundation underneath your eyes because I just feel like it creases your eyes and I don't like that, especially when you're about to do a highlighter that is bright like the one that I do, because these days I'm just in the whole, you know, I like the whole minimal makeup. It's not minimal, it's still, because you know that I like drag, but like it's not that crazy, you get what I mean? So I'm gonna take some. I don't want to, like, what's this thing? I don't want to waste this thing because this thing is expensive. So I just take a bit of a brush and I just dip it in there, and I don't know if you guys can see that this is the foundation and then this is the concealer. Do you guys see? They're not the same color, they almost, but like I said, because I don't have an exact color of foundation, when I mix these two together, I get the foundation shade of my dreams, okay? So I'm just gonna do that and then put it over. Don't put too much. I think if you put it like this, it saves you, because if you put it on your, I see a lot of people put it at the back of their hand. I don't understand that whole analogy because you are wasting product, ma'am. And then I'm gonna take my favorite brush. What you're gonna do is take some powder, dip your brush in, take the lid, remove the excess powder. Make sure you remove like not all of it because obviously you need to use it, but make sure there's some left. You see that? Woo! You guys see that? There's some left. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna dab. Don't swipe. Dab. For my sake, do not swipe. Please dab. This is what I hate. This is what I hate. This is what I hate. Oh, fuck, Sims Jared. Correct. I'm gonna go on the other side. As in, how seamless. Airbrushed. Do you get what I'm saying? This is giving me an airbrush look, but also still maintaining the whole glowy thing, because look how glowing that is. Do you get me? And you guys notice how I did not put any foundation underneath my eyes, like literally nothing at all. But this is how your foundation should be sitting. If you feel like maybe like your scars, maybe like your pigmentation was not covered well, you can just go in with like a few drops over there, because I have acne scarring a bit, so I just go with the darker shade over there and then I just pat it in. Guys, if you swipe your makeup, you're literally just removing it. Just literally pat it in. That's all you need to do. Just patting it in. And that is all. I just want you to see how seamless this look is. Like, how seamless this is. Like I said, if you want to go over and add a bit of foundation, because obviously we all have different, you get skin textures or whatever, entirely up to you. And this looks, look at my neck, look at my face, exactly the same color. Like, I hate when your neck is darker than your face, because now it looks like we're mad. We're not mad. So this is how your face is definitely supposed to look like. So I'm just gonna go do my brows off camera, and then I'll be back with like my brows done. But also I want to show you guys how I clean my brows, so that you can get, I don't know if you guys have noticed, my brows are always lighter on the edge, and then they literally the same color as my whole face right here. I'll show you guys how I do that, but for now let me just quickly go and do my brows and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done doing my eyebrows. I'm going to show you guys the step that I love doing to give them a snatched look effect, if you want to call it. Guys, I don't know, my makeup has been changing for the past month, like, or year, I don't know, because I just like it, like, I like everything light, airy, and dewy, you get what I'm saying? This is what my face is still looking like presently. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the foundation shade that I use, either the concealer or the actual foundation that you use, and then start with what's this, the front of your brow. Okay, so I just cleaned the, let me just bring it guys close up. I just cleaned the front of my brow, and now I'm gonna go in with the shade that I'm gonna use to highlight my face, and that is the shade, or the, what's this, or the concealer that I use to clean my brow at the end of the brow, because I want a snatched look. I want my brow to look like it is for the god. Guys, one thing you should never do is take a lighter shade and clean your brows, because it's gonna give your shade a halo effect. Please do not do that. If you like to, entirely up to you if you can do it, but I hate that so much. It looks so bad. So I'm gonna take a brush and just clean that part. Start from the middle, by the way, if you can. Start from the middle. Okay, this concealer is finished, honey. Yeah, this one has. So start from the middle to apply it. And then go all the way back. And this is what you're going to be left with. So don't worry about that, because obviously we're going to highlight and whatever. So just do that. I'm going to do it on my other brow. By the way, I already cleaned my brows at the top, so I don't need to. And then now I'm going to take the same concealer, put it right there and at the edge right there. And right there as well. Put it on my bow. And entirely up to you if you want to put some on your forehead, because I don't have a very big forehead, so that's why I put it there. And then I put some on my nose, where I'm going to create that snatched look. Is it raining? Right there. Guys, I realized that if you use a lot of concealer, okay, I can take you out now. If you use a lot of concealer to highlight your face, it's going to be a lot for you to work with, especially if you're using a concealer such as L'Oreal Infallible. By the way, I use 332, which is amber, to highlight. I just feel like it's going to be a lot. It's going to overpower you, and then next thing, it's just going to be all over your face and you won't know what to do with your face. So I think that's when people like get annoyed with makeup, because everything just becomes a lot. So I'd suggest you put put it in small quantity, so that you'll be able to work or build it if there is a need for you to build it. If you feel like you've put a little, just like I did now, I put a tiny bit, but because I like a bright highlight, I'm gonna take the shade 327, same from Infallible. Guys, I am an Infallible. I love it so much because they are so creamy. This is the most lightest shade I got, so I'm gonna take that one and put it right in the middle, not too much. I'm gonna put it right there. And what you want to do is let these chill for a bit. By the way, you can put some Clarins setting spray or the setting spray of your choice. Let this sit. Oh, this smells amazing, it even tastes amazing. Let this sit for like 5 minutes, and then you're gonna start blending. So sorry guys, Tuka was telling me something. Wow! So I'm gonna take my brush that I used to blend. I want to use a new brush, but I'm scared because I haven't used this brush before, so I'm gonna stick to this one, and I'm just gonna blend all the concealer. It's gonna be a bit, I nearly said dry, but I mean that's how I like it. Like that's how I prefer it. Not too dry, but like it's just, it's settled in. Like it's settled in the skin, so that's how I like it. So again, we don't drag, we dab. Okay? Is that dabbing? Yeah, we dab. So I'm just gonna be dabbing this until it is dissolved in my face. But like I said, like again, you can use as much or as little as you can. Personally, I like putting on little so that I know I can build it up. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah. And also I feel like if you let it sit, you see how it's not spreading, it's literally in the same place because you let it sit and dry. It's not gonna spread. You're not gonna be overwhelmed as to why do I have a lot of concealer, because you let it sit, babe. It's not gonna spread, you get? So let your foundation sit. Don't be scared about you thinking, oh my god. If it gets too dry, you can put some setting spray and then it's gonna come back, but give it like 2 minutes. Don't do it when it's too wet, because it's definitely going to you'll choke, because it's gonna travel and it's not gonna be in one place, you get? So yeah. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take your foundation brush and just clean that part, because you don't want no harsh lines, okay? Just clean that. And then go back in. It's just blending. That's what you're gonna do. And now that I'm done, if you are satisfied with how it turned out, and you can definitely put your setting. What I do first before I actually, so I use Revolution Bacon Blot. I use this one in the shade Banana, and I use my clearance powder. What I do first is I make sure that there's no creasing underneath first though. And then you're gonna go in with this. I only put it underneath my like creasing, under eye, whatever. I dab it in, by the way. I don't put it everywhere. I literally just put it underneath there, because that is where my eye creases the most. Just put it there and then you're done. And then now you're gonna take the brush that you used to, what's this? The brush you used to, how do I put this? The brush you use to snatch your nose, or the brush you use to contour your nose, entirely up to you which brush you use. But I use this small brush that I really love. I'm gonna take this LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade, what shade is this? Beautiful Bronze. That's the shade I use to contour. I'm gonna put it high up on my cheeks because that's how I like doing my contour now. Entirely up to you. Some people like cream contour, but I do both. I do cream and powder. So I'm just gonna put some on my nose there, and then on the bridge. The reason why I don't set the whole face is because I know I still have to contour. So when I still have to contour, what's this? I'm gonna go over it with the highlight and the contour at the same time, but you guys are just gonna see how I do that. So you just drag it up on the top of your brows, just like that. This is why we used the darker shade, which is not darker shade, sorry. This is why we used the foundation shade, because if you just use a brighter shade, it's gonna contrast each other and like the color is gonna mess you up. So we're gonna go over our nose. Mind you, I haven't really contoured my nose as yet. Do you guys see that? So when you contour, there's some harsh lines that you are getting rid of from the highlights. So I'm gonna go back in with the one that I used to highlight, and go back in there because I want a snatched nose. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Did you get it? Exactly. And I'm gonna take the 327 again. I'm just letting this like set a bit, and then I'm gonna put smaller inner dots, just small. Same brush, and then create that snatched line. I just feel makeup is about going in and like back and forth with the same thing. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how I contour my nose. And then I'm gonna go back with the same brush to just remove the harsh lines. And then, ooh, excuse me. Now I'm just gonna clean up my contour. Dab, do not drag, dab. I used minimal because I know that I'm still gonna go in with my powder. So that's why I didn't put a lot, because I know I'm gonna go in with powder. So now that that is done, now I'm gonna set my highlights. Okay, we're gonna set our highlights. Where's my highlighter brush? Okay, we're gonna set our highlights. I'm gonna use the Revolution Bake and Blot in the shade Banana, like I had mentioned. I'm gonna take this, dab, put it everywhere that you highlighted. On the eye, Cupid's bow, everywhere that you basically highlighted. Don't worry about losing the concealer on the nose because we're still gonna do it. And I'm gonna take my loose powder just to snatch. Ooh, just to snatch just to snatch my cheeks right there. Some people use foundation on this part. I don't like using foundation because I just feel like I get two different colors. So this does it for me. Also, you know where your cheeks end, so I don't have to tell you how high or how low you need to do the step. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm gonna put some on my nose because one thing about me, I love a snatched nose. Just right there. So what I did is I set my makeup here, but I'm baking right there. The difference between setting and baking is when you set, you just put in the powder and then you just brush it off same time. And then baking is when you let it sit, just like I'm doing right now, which I'm not going to do for my other parts because I don't want that. Right now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go into the Hermosa Floor. You guys know I've been making noise about this palette. This, I don't know this shade. I wish they had names, but as you can see, I use this shade all the damn time for my concealer. I love it so much. I just feel like it gives me a warm thingy, a warm effect, you know, because after the whole concealing highlighting thing, you might lose a bit of color on your face. So I put that on my forehead, I put it on my cheek, you get right there. Absolutely love this stuff. If I don't use this one, I use the Rakai one, but I use an eyeshadow thingy. It's not an actual face palette. It's an eyeshadow that I like using from Rakai. It's also this, I think it's almost the same color. Let me show you guys. This is the one from Rakai that I use. This is the one from Hermosa. It's almost the same. It's definitely the same. It's definitely the same. Like I alternate between the two. Like if I don't want to carry, especially if I don't want to carry like a lot of makeup when I go away, I carry one of these because also I use it for my eyeshadow. Like if I want a very simple look. So that's how you do it. And then I'm just gonna brush this off with the same brush because it has excess powder, whatever. So I'm just gonna go for that on your face, nose, everywhere, and you're gonna look snatched easy. Okay, gonna take my contour brush now. I'm just gonna snatch my nose even more, I'm gonna start from the top, which are my brows, because you want that whole thing of it aligning. You just don't want it coming out of nowhere, sis. Okay, like I'd like to think I'm using a lot of different products, because one thing about me, I'll use the same products, because like I said, I'm a person of habit. There's a lot of blending that goes into makeup, please. Like, if you're a lazy girl, I would suggest you leave makeup alone, because one thing about makeup, you have to blend the hell out of it. Right now, I'm gonna go in with my what's this, normal brush, because I'm about to put on eyeshadow. But because lately I'm not an eyeshadow babe, like I really do not like eyeshadow lately, but because I'm trying to look cute for you guys, I'm gonna do something like really simple but cute-ish. So because my hair is a bit brown, I'm gonna use this orange and this color right here, these two colors, and also this one. I don't know, these four, 1 2 3 4, just to create a little cute eyeshadow there, because I absolutely do not like cut creases. Not that I do not like cut creases, but I just feel like they're a bit too much. Yeah, it's also this Rikai palette, baby, tap into it. Let me put you, come closer. Like, Rikai did a thing here. I'm absolutely obsessed with this palette. Like, I'm still even using it right now, and they sent it to me for a review. But babe, I'm obsessed with this, babe. So I took this orange shade. I don't know what it's called. I always say that I wish some brands like always put names on their thingies. I'm gonna go in with this brown shade, the shade that I use to highlight, just clean over there. Do you guys see what I'm doing? Nothing hectic, like elegant babes. Now we don't do I'm not saying people that do cut creases are not elegant. Please don't go and quote me wrong. I just like a clean look now. Like, I just feel like cut creases are a bit over the top. Yes, there's days when I want to do a crease, when I want to like be over the top, but I don't know when that day is gonna come, because I honestly think I'm over a crease. Like, I am over a cut crease. Like, cut crease are, I'm done. I just feel like they're harsh because of the makeup that I'm doing now is soft and dewy. I also want my eyes to, like, you know, be soft and dewy. So I don't know, man, maybe I'm gonna be on a crease thing again, but for now I'm absolutely enjoying light beats and a lot of UK babe inspired makeup. So that's where I am now. But I don't think it's necessarily UK babe, but I just like a light beat now. So I added a bit of shimmer to the corner of my, okay, I went off camera and did my other eye, and I added a bit of shimmer to the corner of my eyes. Nothing hectic. So now I'm gonna take the same fix spray. I don't put my blush before, I put my blush after, because I just feel like if you put blush before, the spray just soaks everything up, and no. So I'm gonna take the same spray, like put on my eyes and spray the top. I go in, okay? I go in, babe. I'm gonna take the same Hermoso Floor palette. I'm gonna use this color. I don't know what, there's no name, sorry, so I just put it there. I don't know if it's an orange or it's a peach. It's in between orange and peach, and I absolutely love it. I've stopped using pink blush because I just feel like I love orange and peach. Like, I watch a lot of what's this? I watch a lot of Nigerian makeup artists, and they don't use pink blush. It's either they put orange or peach or maroon, crazy enough. So I've been on that wave ever since. So I'm just gonna put it there. I absolutely love blush, guys. Like, you cannot tell me anything about blush. I will put it on, okay? I will put it. So I'm just gonna put it there. Add some on my nose. This is crazy, but it makes sense. Add some on your nose. On the tip only, by the way. Forehead. And then I'm gonna take, I don't like, well, sometimes. I do not like, sorry. I don't like highlighter on my cheeks anymore. But because I'm trying to finish a whole look, I'm gonna take this, I don't know what it's called again, it's on the Hermoso Flow palette, and I'm just gonna put it on the apple of my cheeks. Before I used to drag my highlighter up here, but now I just put it on the apple of my cheeks and I am out. Literally, this is what I love now. Like, I love how makeup evolves, guys. Like, makeup is crazy. Apple on my cheeks, done. And then I'm gonna take my brush, of course, because I need to put some on my nails before I look like Rudolph. There we go. And it's so crazy how a look will not be complete with lashes. Like, look how mad I look now because I don't have lashes on. Put some there, and then I take some and put them on the brow bone. This is optional, please really do not have to, but because I'm extra, I love all of it. Put some on your brow bone, and then I go in with some spray again, just to lock that in. I'm gonna go in with my guys, this is, I nearly said easy, but not for everybody, so I don't know, man. I feel like once you get used to it, it's really easy. Entirely up to you how thick or how light you want it to be. Personally, for me, I never know how light or how thick I want them to be. It depends on the first one. If I do the first one and they're thick, I have to do what I do on the other one. So I never know if they're light or they're thick. It's literally entirely up to them. I just take my mascara, because when you put the lash and the mascara together, they have to literally gel. So I don't have much lashes here. And also the lashes I'm about to put, I do not know which hair company I got them from, but I definitely got them from a hair company, because babe, I do not remember the last time, not personally, I bought lashes. Also, I do this stage, this part the last, because I feel like if by any chance you put spray, setting spray on, and then it's gonna, you know, it's gonna know it's. What is, I want to say the word because I don't want to say it's gonna what? If you put setting spray when you put your mascara, it's gonna spoil, like it's gonna go everywhere because you're gonna cry and stuff. So now I'm just gonna go in with my lip liner. Yes, your babe is wearing lipstick lately, but it's not lipstick, it's lip gloss. It's the lip gloss that I got from Rikai. I absolutely love it. I've been using it since. I tried to find like something that looks like it, but I haven't. I'm just gonna wipe my lips because there's a bit of foundation on it. And I'm using this pencil from Rikai. There's no name on it, sorry, yeah. But I'm sure you can find any brown, because this is literally brown. I'm sure a lot of you guys like overlining your lips. I hate it so much. Each to their own. I'm not judging anybody that does, but personally, I feel like overlined lips are not neat, because like, why is it going over your lips? Like, why must you do that? So I'm not sure if you guys can see my eyes, but there's minimal creasing because I also do have small eyes. So yeah, I'm gonna use this gloss from Rikai. I don't know the name. I wish my babes used names, but I don't know the name. I absolutely love this combo. Those are the lips, and I'm gonna put my lashes. Like I said, I don't know where these lashes are from, but they're definitely from a hair company, and I just put it in like that and they are on. Like when someone says they struggle with their lashes, I wonder how. But also I can't say that because I'm used to makeup now. So for me to say, why are you struggling to put your lashes on, literally does not make sense, because people actually do. There's a baby crying and I want to go close my sliding door. Woo! She's so loud. Guys, also the way you put your lashes, do you see how they look now? This one is like this one is like that. So you want to fix that because you want your lashes to look literally identical, and for them to look like that you have to squeeze them together. Squeeze them and press them down. Do you see what? And that's on. Squeeze and press it down. Okay? Squeeze and press down. My eyes are getting watery. Please relax, please relax. Please don't cry, please don't cry. Oh, please don't cry. I didn't get gloves on my bottle. I know that's right. That's how you drink. You open your mouth. Okay, we are done, but I need some small something on my under eye, yeah? So I'm gonna take on my under eye, on my waterline. Babe, what are you saying? Because this hair is brown, or whatever, if it is brown, I may need to use another palette, but okay, I think I'm gonna use this one from Hermoso. I just want to smoke out my eye a bit. I'm gonna take a black liner, any black liner really, because I don't know where I buy my black liners. Also take a black liner just by the end. And smoke that out. I don't know if you guys can see. Did you get it? P. I'm gonna do it on the other eye. I'm gonna add full stops because this look is finished. Okay. I just did some. I'm gonna add full stops. I'm joking. I'm gonna add like dots because I love them. I just feel like they give you a cute little look. One right there, one right here, and one right there. We are done. Okay. We are done. And that's on skin. That's on her, that's on, and mind you guys, with makeup it's still going to sit like, so imagine this look after an hour. Okay, imagine this look after an hour. Let's just go get our hair and put on cute earrings and then come back. So this is the final look. This is the look that we came up with. It was very easy and simple. Yeah, well, personally for me it was very easy and simple. I hope it is easy for you guys as well. If you did like this video, please do let me know and give it a thumbs up. Also let me know in the comment section if you'd like more of these. Like, I don't know, I feel like makeup videos, personally I don't watch makeup videos anymore. Videos that I watch the most, especially on YouTube, are YouTube reviews, hair reviews. Sorry, I absolutely love hair reviews. So I don't know if I should start watching makeup reviews anymore, because I feel like, okay, my makeup is at a point where it's P. So I don't know, but you guys should just let me know if you'd like me to do more of these, and I would definitely do them. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you do enjoy this video, and I hope it's helpful for you, and I hope you also do go out and check out these tricks. You try them, you tell me how you feel about them, because you know we're all about elevating each other, especially in the makeup game. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. love you. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.